Today's queue, folks, is a big one. Yeah, none of whom look particularly happy, I must say. However, there's a reason for the absence of happiness, and that reason, as it invariably is, in fact, is the monopolization of the phone box by three ladies. It's okay. When I first arrived, came out of the station thinking it's going to be busy today, because when I left this morning, Kensington area is completely and utterly packed. Carnival goers. Now I seem to remember that today is the last day of Notting Hill Carnival. Yesterday was just, oh wow. After I finished yesterday afternoon and published a video and so on, I went up towards Portobello Road, and goodness gracious, it was, yeah, it was chocker, folks. Absolutely crazy. However, oh, Taurus has just realised, hold on a second, that's the best phone box. Problem is, he's also realised there's a queue, and the queue's got at least, I don't know, 30 people in it. And it's funny because, like I said, you know, these three girls, I think it's the mum on the right, and the two daughters, they've been here. I mean, I was waiting for them to move to see who would be next up, but apparently there isn't going to be a next up. It's just these all morning, pretty much. It's very easy to understand why the tourists get a little bit cheesed off. Even Mr. Happy Smiley over here on the wall. I'm going to ask him why he thinks it's the best phone box. I mean, it is the best phone box, but I want to hear his perspective. Let's wait for everyone to move out the way. 1 second. You just realised that's the best one?
Well, it opens up, yeah. The other one down there.
Wait, the other ones at the back there don't open up. The doors don't open up.
Yeah, that's the problem. I kind of wanted to like.
Important call coming in from Kamala.
Yeah, so instead I just improvised with another cell phone.
Not quite the same thing, is it? But that said, the queue here, you're going to wait a long time for that queue. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Where are you from? The US?
Seattle.
Seattle. First time seeing this?
Well, I used to live in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in here every other weekend, 30 weekends out of the year.
It's still shocking how long the people will wait to get this picture with that phone box. Then again, the view's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Backdrop.
guess so. I mean, it's a nice big Ben in the background. And
Yep.
all that.
That in fact is the money shot, isn't it, to be honest? Yeah.
But what's really is, it's like that is like the Eiffel Tower at night, lit up. It's just a beautiful sight.
Yep, it is. What can I say? I agree with you. Enjoy. Good luck. Wow, super friendly US tourist guys from Seattle. Top man. So he used to live here, not in central London, but in the UK. And the look of happiness on his face when he discovered the money shot phone box. Yep, that's the reason, guys. You do wonder. I mean, I personally wonder why anyone cares about any phone box, but if you're going to get the shot, that's the one. I think the thing is, a lot of people flood up from the palace, you know, via Birdcage Walk, and hit that corner. Think, oh look, you know, there's Big Ben, etc. Wait, there's a girl doing the splits in front of the phone box. Hold on, look at this. What the hell? That's the first time we ever saw that. Oh wait, hold on. I think she's a TikToker. Wait, let's. Oh damn it! I can't believe that we missed it. That was pretty amazing, to be honest. Wait, let me ask you guys. Hey, sorry, I saw you doing the splits. Like, is that for you doing a TikTok video? Like,
yeah, Instagram.
It's actually Instagram. Ah,
Yeah.
damn! I just missed it for today's YouTube video. Damn it!
Dang.
That was really impressive.
Thank you.
A pleasure. That was really impressive. Okay, so I think she was from the US as well. Instagram reel, I guess. But that was, yeah, a US gymnast. That was very impressive. In fact, guys, we should have asked her if she would do it again for us. Just missed it by about 5 seconds. The things you see here, right? But she did really well. I mean, she actually got it first go and balanced perfectly. Folks, that was not Simone Biles before you start getting super excited. Okay, so it's warm and a sunny morning. The start of probably the last little heat wave of the year, I would think, if last year's anything to go by. I mean, sometimes we get a little bit of a burst in September that might hit the mid-20s, but not that often. Today, now 22.3, very bright though, very sunny. You can actually feel the warmth on my arms. And it will get hotter in the next few days. Now the other good thing this morning, of course, is not this fellow. It's actually he's going to have breakfast at a club, I'm sure. Is the fact that the Blues are back, folks. Now that in itself, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. You know, we have got a bit of a soft spot, for the Blues. Allez les Bleus, as the French would say. But it'll be interesting to see if they've rotated. We saw a few new faces in the lifeguards in the last few days. Now, strictly speaking, that means that the Blues are likely due for a rotation. Now, what that rotation might look like, I have no idea. Why don't we get there and find out? However, I'm thinking we might see at least one very famous face. Just my opinion. And shortly, people, we will know. Everybody looks like in a really happy mood this morning, and I can't say I blame them. Actually, folks, if I cut through here, I can show you up close something rather wonderful. 1 second. Very briefly before we finish the little jaunt to horseguards. That's it, boss. Thank you very much. In fact, there are a couple of things that are rather nice here. First, of course, is the statue of Montgomery. Here we are. Wonderful, eh? Somebody did yesterday ask if I could have a quick look at the statues. These are not the closest to horse guards, but they're certainly some of the more interesting, I would say. Monty Field Marshal Viscount Montgomery of Alamein. Yeah, that's probably the most famous of the statues on Whitehall. Maybe the Prince of Wales one actually opposite Hall. It's hard to say, but probably the Monty one. Most people recognise that. This is Alan Brooke, Chief of the Imperial General Staff, 41 to 46. And the third one, before I show you the actual interesting thing that I wanted to show you, not that the statues are not in themselves interesting. I don't actually remember which one this is. Slim? Oh yeah, it is, yeah. Field Marshal, the Viscount Slim. I mean, looking majestic, folks, eh? Especially with that light. Anyway, what is it that you want, or that I wanted to show you? Well, folks, look at this. An original route master, obviously lovingly restored. It's now a round London tour bus. But gosh, that reminds me of my childhood, folks. It really does. It's funny because obviously they've, replaced the rear door. There didn't used to be a rear door. You used to be able to jump on, jump off. Certainly after people started having accidents and health and safety went wild, they then insisted on doors, which is super annoying because when those buses used to be leaving the bus stop, Trafalgar Square and so on, you used to be able to race along, grab the pole. Used to be a big pole in the middle of the doorway. You could grab it and sort of pirouette your way onto the lower deck. Such a shame, actually, but I'm very happy to have experienced the joys of Route Masters, the originals. Okay, let's cross over. This is Earl Haig in the middle, Field Marshal Earl Haig, Commander-in-Chief, British Armies in France, 15 to 18, First World War. Second. So Second World War leaders back there, First World War leader here. The road, I think, is still semi-closed. There are a couple of things in the road, although there are no signs that say it is closed, curiously. Okay, Blues Boxmen have already taken up their spots. Wow, massive language, or Spanish language group. Good that they're actually quite far back from the horses, though, to be honest, with that annoying PA system.
That is the only side
Okay, now, interestingly, people, the gates are closed. Now, I was not expecting that, and I have absolutely no idea why the gates are closed. 1 second. It's bank holiday. I'm not aware, unless there is... Been a while since obviously on a bank holiday, unless there is a bank holiday morning inspection, which is a possibility. I can't think of why else they'd be doing the guard change behind closed gates, but it is what it is. Oh, morning guys, don't worry, the camera's not on. Don't worry, you're not going to be on it, I promise. All good?
How are you? You alright?
Oh, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a warm one, I think. Yeah, but even if it is, you know, it always feels a lot hotter here in the centre. I'm wondering why they close this. What do you think? Morning inspection for bank holiday?
They're doing a change in it at the moment.
I can't think of any reason they would keep everyone... you know what? It looks like possibly not enough staff. That's normally the problem, not enough MOD officers to police the chain, yeah.
Yeah, because they've only got a couple out back.
I bet that's what it is.
We were out back, and then we realised that the gates were shut, so we
Yeah.
had more rooms to get back.
It's worth it, to be honest, instead of getting stuck at the back. If you've seen it at the back, it's not worth seeing it again, is it, to be honest? Especially sometimes it tends to plod on for 20, 30 minutes. Yikes. Everyone's being very well behaved. Really? Wait, you see people touching this morning? Yeah. So it happened at this end. This was the horse that was touched. Guard didn't say anything.
No, she just moved forward.
Okay, that'll be an interesting morning then. I mean, the thing is, the lifeguards were so kind of on it this weekend. They really were. Not only just telling people, moving the horse away, raising their voices, that the Blues have got a bit of catching up to do. Well, it's usually the other way round, to be honest. They seem to be. Yep. Yeah. There are always going to be people that want to push the luck a little bit, to be honest. I hope there's not going to be a lot of that this morning, but if the troopers not say anything, going to be maybe a controversial one. Guess we'll have to see. Really sweaty morning actually. I can see it on the trooper's face. Very humid here in the sunshine this end. This is the hot end.
I know this is
Oh yeah, in fact, yeah, but that blaze. Okay, so Thor. Let me go and have a look. I'll come back and tell you. 1 second. Let's see if we can ID this beauty, guys. So apparently, there has been a bit of touching this morning. Oh, blue cap's now. Red cap's not blue cap. Rather. Oh, trooper pulled the horse back straight away when the champion went to touch. That was interesting. Right, let's see if we can get a hoof number. 1 second, folks. This one's got a huge head. Which horse could this be? I cannot believe for a second the Blues are not going to be on it after what we saw yesterday, in particular. Oh God, here we go again with the, is it a 6 or is it an 8 on the hoof? Okay, let's look at the list before I jump to conclusions. Okay, instinctively, Paul's looking at me, he's like, don't you dare get this wrong, otherwise I'm going to really be upset with you, John. Okay, I'm going to go with Shackleton. Shackers, is that you? Shake your head if it is. There we are. See, the horses can communicate. It's Shackleton. I'm reasonably certain. If it's not Shackleton, it's my backup. It's Vulcan if it's not Shackleton. I'm pretty sure it's Shackleton. 2 socks at the rear, teeny weeny socks. Yeah, it's the big shack, guys. What the hell? Look at this. Suddenly got completely packed. Oh, so I don't touch the horse. 1 second. I'm reasonably certain, kind of like 95% certain it's Shackleton. If it's not, then it's Vulcan, so I'm pretty sure, yeah. Just because of that huge fat neck, I'm sure it's Shackleton.
Yeah, thank you.
No, my pleasure. Okay, folks, right, let's go back to the shack. Okay, lifeguards are leaving at the back, which means the rest of the Blues will ride in shortly, which means we'll be able to see possibly whether or not Ormond is with the second Blues group. I'll try it, depending on whether all the tourists run forward in a minute, to get us in front of the gate. Actually, I've got a good idea of a good spot, just to film the faces of the horses coming in. That said though, it's highly possible that Ormond could have come in with the first group, which of course we didn't see, we missed it. Not that we would have seen it very well anyway with the gates being closed, but I'm pretty sure they've only got 2 pairs of 2 officers, that's not enough. That's why they've closed the gates. It's always, I remember them saying to me before, always understaffed on bank holidays, so safety security comes first, hence the gates being closed. I try and listen, but I can't actually decide where this massive group are from. I think instinctively they're Frenchies. Okay, so as the gates are open, I'm going to get myself to the front, folks, not to go into the yard, but so that we will see which horses are coming into the yard. One second, let's have a quick look. If we zoom in at 5 zoom, that's enough to spot Ormond if he's going to be there. It's not Ormond, neither's the third one. Oh, nope, that's not Ormond either. He's not there, folks. Alas. So they've opened up the gates and so on, but no one's being allowed into the yard. Notice it's still sterile. Can't even see which corporal of horse it is from this distance, but we've got the best shot possible of the dismount. Okay, all male affair, it would appear. All 5 troopers, male. Horsey behind us is sneezing over all the tourists. Okay, that's the dismount done, folks. We're going to lead them in. The queue at this front gate in a second, you will not believe. 1 minute and I'll turn the camera. Okay, horses in, look at this. That's kind of otherworldly, man. Sorry, boys, excuse me. Second, folks. I mean, just look. Crazy. Lucky we got there at the front for that moment. Okay, let's get us around and into a new spot. Gosh, there's an awful stench at this end. Something happened. I'm not sure if the horsey had a you-know-what, but oh, it stinks. Good lord. Second, folks. So we've got a bunch of stupids here this morning. 1 minute. Little man, careful, 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 careful. Okay, right, so in the front. I think actually it's a large German group. Yep, there's Sven. Okay, we're right in front, which is where for the moment we're going to stay. Yeah, it's actually a massive German group that's split in half, so we're pretty much, at this moment I'm feeling very vulnerable, just like Paris, completely surrounded by Germans. I'm scared, guys. What happens if there's going to be a blitzkrieg?
Wohin müssen wir jetzt gehen? Oder können wir jetzt gehen, wohin wir wollen?
I've had almost everyone here, and there are hundreds of them. They're all German. No wonder there's such a huge economic problem in Germany if everyone's here and not at work.
Pass mal hoch. Bruno hat gesagt, dass wir da angehen. Ich möchte, dass wir da hingehen.
Okay, I'm very glad that that young man didn't raise his arm any further in the air. In some countries that's a criminal offence now. I'm pretty sure it has been since Nuremberg. Hello, bro. Danke, danke. You're welcome, welcome. Willkommen, willkommen. Oh, the horse. That's the way to do it. Slide in there, get the picture, slide out. Guy was so fluid, he was like on ice skates. Chuba having to weave his way out, actually, even to get to the horse. Who would like a work environment like this, with this many people glaring at you all morning or afternoon, or in fact both in some cases? I think we've got the best end, guys. Just looking at the flow of people, especially in the centre here. Look at this. I've got a horrible feeling, because she's got some polos in her left hand, that she's going to try and feed the horse. Trooper, no. Trooper's like, no. Oh dear. Yeah. She wanted to give horse. Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to comment, guys. You can draw your own conclusions.
I know.
Yep, I'm purposely being silent, folks. No comment from me. My unusual silent self.
She keeps touching that horse. Isn't he asking her not to?
She just thinks I'm
Feeding it.
you want to fish
Yes.
Oh, it's being controversial now. You're all wondering why she was touching the horse.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Either former trooper or relative would be my guess.
Oh.
Yeah. But it sends mixed messages, doesn't
give
it?
a good example.
I know. It's very complicated.
Squeeze around here.
Controversial, folks. That was the tour guide, lady tour guide, that was just saying it. You know, it doesn't give a good example. It's tricky because her massive group there were all wondering, and you probably heard them talk in the background, why it is that the girl was touching the horse. These matters are very complicated. Oh, he nearly made me jump. Get off, that's a proper Yorkshire one there. Get off the reins. To be honest, it's a huge problem this morning because few people have been touching, but we're not sure why or how they're touching. We're not getting in trouble. But I've got a cunning plan to find out why. They will actually fundamentally, yeah, but the problem is that it sends mixed messages. Let me back out and give you ladies some space, but I'll be back in a second. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you.
Oops. This, I think, guys, is the horse that only bites Spanish tourists and partners of serving Blues and Royals as well. It's like all of the tour guide group over there were like, hold on a second, like, how is she allowed to do that and we're not?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously you have certain privileges.
Well, yeah.
Well deserved. Okay, folks, yeah, my suspicion was right. More importantly, look at this. Look at this. Hey, bro, yes. He's having a good time. Very rich Americans would be my guess. Rich because that probably cost about £1,000 for that private carriage tour. But guys, I know a lot of you are going to be upset by this, and it's a very, very controversial situation because let's bear this in mind, and I'll give you an example, only because I've been told this before by some of the troopers directly to my face. Often, very often, partners, family members have not seen their sons, daughters, boyfriends, cousins, uncles, whatever, in months, okay? Many, many months. Especially, for example, as a lot of the troopers are from north of England, further afield. In fact, some of the troopers that I know are from Scotland. They don't see their families very often. So, when there is an opportunity for them to see their families, if, for example, a family member is in London for a day or something else, of course, 100% they should be able to speak to and spend time with their other half. But it is complicated, okay? I'm not here to say it's right or wrong, but the issue is that, say for example we have off-duty troopers or off-duty King's Troop or Horse Artillery gunners, massive groups of tourists here. They just see what they perceive to be, one of them, another tourist, another person passing, pops up, touches or whatever. See, look, this lady, the blonde lady, just said, "Are you allowed to touch the horse?" Trooper said no. And obviously she doesn't realise, she's wondering, like, well, hold on a second, then why is this, why is this young woman allowed to touch the horse and we're not? Very complicated situation, isn't it? I think, to be honest, that's something that still probably needs a bit of London District's attention, simply because, yeah, it's very, very, very awkward. One second, let me ask sorry. Okay, ladies, what do you think about the situation with the young lady that was touching the horse? Is the partner? It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because of course, partners should be able to visit, spend time with their loved ones. That's his partner. So it's very tricky because so many of the other tourists, especially this blonde lady on the right, just saying like, hold on, why can't we touch the horse? Super tricky, isn't it? Because on the one hand, they should, especially if they've either served or in the King's Troop, be able to touch the horses. But on the other hand, all the tourists then get a bit antsy because, hold on a second, like, why is she allowed but I'm not? Yeah. How to solve that problem?
Once one person touches it, everybody else.
This is the thing, how quickly everybody sort of surges forward and thinks, oh look, she's doing it, I can do it. Real problem.
Unless she wears a t-shirt that says I am the trooper's girlfriend.
Yeah, but that's kind of almost like painting a bit of a target, isn't it? It's really, really difficult. These things are very difficult. Shackleton, I'm pretty sure it's Shackleton. In fact, I should have asked the trooper's partner just to make sure. Yeah, I'm about 90% certain it's Shackleton. Oh, got a very speedy gatesman. Look at this, folks, 1 second. He is speeding out like an absolute trooper. Oh, in fact, we've seen him many times as the boxman. Okay. What a gent. See that? He actually marched around everybody. I'm going to ask the photographer in a second what he thinks about it, because I always like the fact that he's a very, very straight talker. It sure is busy here this morning, I must say. Exceptionally busy. Oh. I think he didn't want to shout just because there are so many kids. It's Polo playing public school, bro. Almost got shouted at. You can't shout at me like that. My father is a diplomat. Get myself out of the way. Wow. Impressive stuff. Okay, where's the photographer gone? In a second. There he is. Hold on.
Sair daqui e acompanhar os guardas.
Controversial thing. So there's somebody like hands all over the horse, touching the horse, blah 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 blah, and talking with the trooper. Obviously, other tourists and some of the tour guides are like, "Hold on a second, like what's going on here?" Because their members are asking, like, "Why can't we touch it?" It's the trooper's partner.
Yeah, they're allowed.
They are allowed, but is that not going to be a problem going forward? Because
No, they're allowed. They're a soldier. They're a sort of part of the. They're part of the. They're part of the cavalry, so they won't be.
we know that, but all of the tourists are just saying, you know, a random tourist.
Isn't it?
There we are. I told you we get a direct answer. That's actually the best. Oh, brilliant. Guys, I'm not sure. You know, you're not on it, like video. No. It's just us having a conversation. That's why I always pointed the other way when I talk to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's probably the best approach to be. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good lord, folks. There we have it. There is a solution to the problem of tourists getting a bit antsy if they see somebody else touching the horse. Come, you just heard it there from the photographer, folks. I mean, what can we say? Oh, perfect timing. I was just telling Colin that somebody was at the front with their hands all over the horse. Obviously, the tourists were getting angry about it. It's the girlfriend of the trooper. But obviously all the tourists are still a bit like, well, you know, hold on a second, how or why can she touch but we can't? What do you think? Should everyone be banned? Or, I know what you think, but do you think everyone should be banned from touching the horse? Unless they're sitting on the horse? You don't think?
I think girlfriend, if it's his girlfriend, it's fine.
What about if it's a girlfriend that's not in HCAV?
Yeah.
But why would the partner of somebody that's not in the military have more, should we say, rights at the front than a tourist?
I suppose, yes, it's unfair for the tourists, but then again,
As Colin okay, so we've got...
If it's a trooper's boy or girlfriend, so be it, let them.
Yeah, I personally think that it's fine, but they were getting super antsy, mainly because I think the tour guide was feeling embarrassed that she couldn't get her group forward to let them touch the horse. So she was getting really upset.
Only because they're getting stressed, aren't they? That's why they're not allowing people to touch them.
Yeah.
They're getting stressed out. They don't know you, so why should you touch them?
Yeah,
Plus,
100%.
plus if you're a blind person, you're not allowed to touch the dog.
Yeah.
So why should you be able to touch them? Because
Yeah.
they were working animals.
That's actually a very good point, yeah, comparing it to service
You're not
dogs.
allowed to touch. You're not allowed to touch the blind dog when they're working. So why should you be able to touch a horse?
Yeah, it's also a very fair point. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with you guys. Good to get a bit of an opinion though. So I think fundamentally everyone, or the three of us, are saying that there should be exceptions, but very, very limited exceptions.
No tourists.
No tourists
It's
on
fine.
it. Yeah.
I think that's good because it, distracts the guys from doing their job.
Yeah, massively
and it
true.
pisses the horse off.
Yep.
And especially with all the videos out there, just makes it look as if they just want to attack you all the time.
Yeah.
And actually, that's
Yeah.
not the case at all.
Yeah.
So, but I think exceptions for family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I think that's fine.
So fundamentally, I need to date a trooper.
Yeah, you can say that, but then again, they can say, I mean, what his other half. No, I don't think it's right. All right, the soldier can because he's working. But if there was anyone else going up to him, I don't think they should be allowed.
It's funny because just before that happened, before his partner went up, I only know that because I did speak to her briefly after, there was a lady in a chair that came up with, she had polos. and she did want to give the horse some polos, but the trooper said no. And then that's when his partner came over and started touching. Obviously, the woman in the chair was a little bit, hold on. It just didn't make sense. I get it's going to take some time to sink in, I guess, isn't it? Really. But yeah, I mean, I like your one-word solution or two-word solution. Yeah. I mean, the tourists will not like that solution. And people commenting on today's video probably won't. Oh, goodness.
The dog's dressed up as well. He's got a uniform on.
I didn't even notice that Blues and Royals dog.
Yeah, look. He's got a uniform on. There's the horse.
1 second. I didn't even notice. 1 second. Tamsin, can I film the dog? I said, okay. I didn't even notice when I saw you earlier that the dog's got a Blues and Royals uniform.
Yes, that was my first attempt at tailoring other than his coat.
Well, I mean, you had good practice getting Logan's uniform right.
I've got to make a cloak now for her as well, so I can pad it out for the winter.
Winter cloak, wow. Emotional support dog, Blues and Royals recruit, folks. How about that?
In her favourite place as well. She drags me all the way here. As soon as we get out of the car at Wolseley Station, she just drags us all the way because she can't wait to get here and go asleep.
And now we've got to make her a sea cadet uniform.
So there you've got two getting pulled on both arms at the same time, Logan plus the dog. Bloody, what's that, like lunch and stuff in the bags?
It's for the troopers.
Ah, okay, let me push this around. I didn't even see what Corporal Forces on today. I didn't. Yeah, is he receptive to cake?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm receptive.
That's what matters. Okay, good. Oh, all good with you then? I hardly ever hear these days. I see Charlie more often than I see you. Time constraints or?
Well, it's the job, and I just don't fancy it as much as I used to.
I was telling him about the time I got pulled over by the old building, didn't I? So you see that sign there? I went behind that, and the cops stopped it.
Yeah.
One of them pulled me over and pushed me off.
Yeah, that was not the best moment. That was really awkward, mate. Because it was unintentional, but at the same time, sometimes obviously they're not in the best of mood. Do you know where they sealed the yard this morning? Not enough staff, or?
I don't know, it's a pain, wasn't it?
Typical bank holiday Monday. Folks, I mean, controversial, you heard it there. Two military photographers, both of whom very established here, very well known here. That's their take on it. I can't say that I 100% agree, but for the reasons I mentioned, I distance the fact that sometimes family members have been away for a long time. It's exceptionally complicated. I think the best thing really is going to be to see what happens for the rest of this morning in terms of the response if other people try to touch or approach the horse really quickly. Yeah, looking at that massive thick neck, that's definitely Shaka's, isn't it? His neck is almost as thick as the actual Shaka's. Okay, let's see what happens next. Ta-da! Sorry guys, so many people to speak to here this morning. It's been at the expense of the horses. Okay, box is about to be opened up. A stableman just come out to hoist the doors open. I was really secretly, quietly hoping we might just get Ormond for bank holiday. That would have been the perfect bank holiday. But alas, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And we've certainly got a talking point, haven't we? And to be honest, that for me is the kind of the key factor. If a video is interesting, it's going to spur debate. Yesterday's video certainly did, as indeed some of the other videos are like a lot of debate. But today's debate is obviously going to be a somewhat touchy subject. Some of you are going to be massively pro, especially those of you from military families, and a lot of you are going to be massively like, hold on a second, is that not double standards? It's really complicated. I honestly, logical as I try to be, with the weighing up the pros and cons and certain arguments, it's very, very tricky. But at the end of the day, people that are serving or have close relatives that either do serve or have served, in my opinion, deserve absolute priority over random tourists. You know, the way that I see it is that it's a privilege for the tourists to be able to get this close, not a right. Whereas it should, in my opinion, be a right for those that are serving or have served and their immediate family to get as close as possible and or get involved. I'm not sure, in all honesty, guys, if that should extend to touching of the horses in front of the tourists, because relatives and friends and family members can obviously come down, visit their partners, and go into the stables here. You know, so maybe, possibly, the solution would be that, you know, the touching is only behind the scenes. But then again, that raises other issues. Police touch the horses. I personally think that they should touch the horses and should be allowed to touch the horses. But yet again, people see the police doing it, like, hold on a second. Like, if they can touch, maybe touching is allowed. Yeah, bit of an awkward one, this. I'm just deciding actually which is going to be the better end for the changeover. I think probably this end. I'm just looking in the yard to see whether or not being inside it might be a better option, but one thing I have noticed, guys, look, rain clouds forming. Odd, because there is no mention of rain at all in today's forecast. Damn, some of the toys get super close. Oh,
Amelia, you want to get in there?
is that the horse sneezing?
Give me your phone. Hold on. Can you lock this one up? Amelia, look over here. I'm gonna go see what the other one looks like.
Let's get a little bit more sort of head on before the guard change. You can see through the box into the yard. Interesting enough, actually, a lot of the police are choosing to cover their faces today. I'm not sure why that's come about. It's certainly not due to the weather. It's fucking boiling. I suppose they can breathe with ballies. Okay, so we're as close to central front as we can be, in all honesty. So I can wait for this potato head to move out of the way. Right, now we're dead centre, people. 2 to 3 minutes till the changeover. It's a joy though, to be quite honest, folks. The reason that we're not seeing lots of people go up toward the horse is that, for whatever reason, they seem to be deterred. I don't know, maybe there was some sort of thing this morning, because there are huge numbers of people here. Look, if I turn the camera, I'm not joking, look. It's plenty packed, you can probably hear the noise behind me, but they're not attempting to go close for the moment. Anyway, there's the bell. In fact, earlier than I was expecting. But we've got no one at the front telling anyone to move yet. Not sure why. I think that's about to start happening any moment. Bing bong. Okay, here comes two new horses. And don't get excited, folks. I can tell you straight up, neither of the horses is Ormonde. Now, I did read in the comments yesterday, one of you had sort of mentioned that someone else had previously said something about Ormonde and Rawdon being sold. I mean, I've heard absolutely nothing at all to that effect, so I would regard those comments as being, in all likelihood, absolute nonsense. Okay, your horse is trotting over. Meanwhile, a couple of kids are playing football in the yard. Might as well, as long as there's anything else to look at here. Parents thinking they're going out to a playground. Right, new horsey. I recognise the trooper. Oh, which big fluffy monster is this? He's got super shiny hoofs today. See you soon. Oh, but the King's Troop will be here in November. The King's Troop will be back. Yeah, I can't remember the dates, but it's on the King's Troop website. But they're back. Yeah, they're back for 2 weeks. Hopefully in winter clothes. So worth coming back for that, 100%. Yeah. See you soon. So there is that, folks. 1 second. I'm trying to read the number. Many of you got shiny hoof number, but we've got a shiny phone. Right, I think I've got it. This one is, yeah, TA. Makes sense actually thinking about it. Let's try and get a picture of glorious TA for today's Insta. He's in the sunshine, and for the moment, he's not being pestered by a zillion tourists. In fact, he's busy chewing his lunch. That's it, perfect. Yep, came out really well. In fact, it came out super well, the picture. Happy horsey, very happy horsey. They've nearly finished. I'm not sure if they're doing the gatesman and chipsman in the yard, because for the moment, actually wait, no, they're not. Everyone's starting to move. Look, they're all coming out of the yard. So that's it. The changeover, folks, is pretty much complete. I will try and split the remaining time equally between TA here and the other horse, which we're not quite sure of their density. Yeah, but we'll get it. Off we go. So tons of people flooding out. Including the photographer. Yikes. That's it, bro. Just say hi to the horse, but don't touch it.
Ну, все здесь стоят, не могу пока и там. Нет, не нервничай, сделай аппарат фамилии.
Gosh, suddenly got busy here. And the lady said thank you to the trooper. Russian ladies, they're having a bit of an argument about a friend taking a picture, but they figured it out. Oh, here we go. Summer season, folks. Goodness me. Wow. The thing is, when it gets like this, bro's virtually in the box on the left. When it gets like this, it's very hard. You know, the trooper's only got one pair of eyes. He can't see what's going on both sides and behind the horse all at the same time. In fact, it's the dad that's saying to these two, get closer, but they're like, no, we don't want to. Which is probably a smart thing to not get any closer. They're going to close up the box. Oh, finger. Right on time. Oh, someone else basically dragging their kid to get a picture. Lovely and chilled Monday, actually. I was expecting it would be completely chaotic, as it normally is on bank holidays. I know some people will probably ask in the comments, but the trooper's got the cross sabres, which is PTI. I believe that's the PTI sabres. Let's have a look and see which horse we've got at the other end. 1 second, while everyone's still waiting here. See, the trooper's a little bit red-faced already. It's really, really hot at the front here this morning. Oddly enough, the temperature's not high, but it's really humid. Just kind of some sweaty faces everywhere, mine included. Which horse have we got at this end? I'll try and find out. 1 second, guys. Easier said than done this morning. Okay, so at the front, let me see if I can get you the name. If I do, we've got a full house of 4, which we didn't even manage to do yesterday. From the US. 1 second. Talar. This horse, guys. So T8 at the other end and Talar at this end. Actually, in fact, Talar is looking rather magnificent and very sleepy today. Let's get a picture as well. They seem to be super liking the Instagram shots. Bingo. We actually haven't seen the police horses yet. Only 2 we've seen this morning. I would actually have thought, to be honest, we'd see City of London again. I was thinking, we were hoping we might get to see the 2 that we saw yesterday. Because one thing I was very annoyed about yesterday is that beautiful Clydesdale. Didn't get a picture. And I didn't realise, actually, thank you to those of you that pointed out, that horse is a very, very new addition to City of London Police Mounted branch. It was a beauty, there's no doubt about that. The difference between today and yesterday is, wow, absolute contrast there. Trooper's very red-faced already, and I get it. Trust me, guys, I'm starting to feel like that. He's had enough of the sunshine. Can't say I blame the old trooper. I'll have a little look in the yard before I finish up. There's enough time just about. Okay, so there was the touching. I don't know, guys, in all honesty, if the trooper saw it. Carriage, folks, is coming back. One second, let me go into the middle. We've never got it super cleanly from the front before. This will be probably the first ever time. And remarkably, the lights just changed. How about that? Look. Absolutely magnificent. Wow. Aren't they beautiful? Look at these two. You're enjoying it, aren't you? I can see. Oh, brilliant. Good timing. Oh, damn it. Hold on a second. We just missed these two. That's a shame. Now it all happens. Damn it. I really want... See, you wait. It's like the bus situation. You wait and then it all happens at once. And then you miss some of it. But those two beautiful horses, in fact, put in the carriage, guys. Which type of horses are they? Hey, didn't see you for ages. You good?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the city police to come through.
Are they on the way?
They're over there talking to the armed police by Downing Street.
Is that horse with the big fluffy feathered feet here? I can't remember the name of it again.
Hey, Brutus.
No, not Brutus, the other one. There's another one. Okay, it's a Clydesdale. A new one, apparently. Actually, wait, hold on. I've got a picture. Wait, tell me if it's this horse. 'Cause if it is, I'm definitely staying around to get a picture.
Well, they're over there. That's why I'm trying to wait for them.
This was it. Ah, it's gone. Wait, it's gone now. That one.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're coming through now.
Oh, they're coming through now. Perfect timing. Thank you, Mark. Okay, perfect. We've got the police and military photographer with us today. Hold on one. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, it comes in. Okay, so they're coming through. City of London Police. Let's hope that it's the horse we would like it to be. Oh, yes it is, guys, it is. I can't remember, annoying as it is, which name that horse has. Wow. Magnificent, eh? Like an absolute beauty. It really is a spectacular looking horse. I'll get myself to the front, guys, to get a good picture. Easier said than done, to be honest. Got it. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful looking horse. I was really close to the trooper as well, who just left. Fantastic looking horse, really. Try and squeeze through. One second, let me try and ask the officers. Officer, can I ask the name of the other one?
That's Andy.
That's the new one, yeah?
Yeah, it's Thompson is your official name.
P.H. Thompson, thank you. Okay, folks, that was P.H. Thompson. Wow, so we've got the cow. I can't remember the name of it, but look, everyone is like, wow, look, families, kids. Beautiful. I mean, that is absolutely perfect. I'm super glad that we got to see that horse. And I think, hold on, I managed to get at least one decent picture. It's really hard when the horses are moving. Oh, wow. Guys, look, I got one picture. That's the picture. Came out pretty well there. Fantastic. P.H. Thompson, aka Andy. Let me just write that down so I don't mislabel later on the actual picture and video. 1 second. P.H. Thompson. So, do you want to ask me something? I thought you were going to ask me something. Ah, it's this. If it wants to open YouTube. Very, very busy here today. I was asking the name of the Clydesdale horse, one with the big fluffy feet, because that horse is kind of, it's new, but also has already become famous because I think it's the only Clydesdale that they've got, and they're City of London police. So, police horse Thompson, apparently, known as Andy to the police. Unusual name for a horse, no? Andy the horse. Yeah, Andy the horse. But I think the reason they've been around this weekend, because the carnival obviously is happening.
Oh yeah.
They're bringing in City of London police as kind of reinforcements while the city's closed. I guess it's a bank holiday.
It's not, the carnival is not until, it's in Nottingham, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the majority of don't worry, he'll just pass. If you run, it'll follow you. This morning when I came in, I noticed a lot of people heading up towards Notting Hill. It's absolutely rammed. I think. I mean, there always are, but it might kind of sound like it's dangerous. But if I was there yesterday afternoon near Portobello Road, I didn't see anything bad. I think, to be honest, if you're not in a gang, in other words, if you're not being kind of sought by other gang members, it's a gang thing. There are two gangs that kind of run parts of Ladbroke Grove, one side and the other side, and it's that beef has been going on for a long time.
You're going to cut this bit out of the video, are you?
Why would I cut it out? I mean, we're not on the video, we're just having a discussion. You're anonymous. I mean, I'm reasonably anonymous.
No.
You didn't say anything wrong, trust me. If you said something wrong, I said something wrong. So we're cool. Let's get on what? I wondered for a second whether you were actually an off-duty trooper. Is your partner? He's not on trooper. I thought he was. I thought I recognised him because he seems really interested in the horse. Ah, okay. Down from where? Leeds, Yorkshire? Really? That sounds to me like a much more northern British accent. Yeah. Like quite broad. I would have thought maybe Leeds-ish. No? See, I need to get out of London more. This is the problem. So he sort of thinks to himself, look, we've got horses, but they're not as beautiful as these ones. Yeah, these ones are pretty special, there's no doubt about that. First time seeing this though, like yourself, or you've been here before? You've seen this before? Yeah? To be honest, it's still the best free day out in London. Everything's so expensive now. It's just mad, completely expensive and overpriced. Wow. So anyway, yeah, Police Horse Thompson. Real beauty. Have a good day. Pleasure. You've seen that horse before, the new police horse that they've got with the Clydesdale with really like fluffy feathered feet. Really, really beautiful horse that one is. Really beautiful horse. I'm going to finish up today's video and I'll come and talk to you. Yeah, 3 minutes. Folks, we're almost at the end. I need to speak to somebody that's here, one of the photographers. Gosh, I mean, it wasn't the most interesting video in terms of filming what happens with the tourists and the horses, but good lord, there was an awful lot going on, and we finally actually got to meet Police Horse Thompson. And the reason that to me was kind of an important thing, I had a feeling it would happen today, but that horse is basically never in central London because it's not a metropolitan police horse, it's a City of London police horse, which almost always exclusively would be patrolling in the City of London, i.e. not around here in Westminster. So we got very lucky. Lady photographer over here. And a lovely dress. But I think really guys, the talking point in today's video is who should and should not be allowed to touch these beautiful horses. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a real tricky one. Anyway, sad as it is to admit we've reached the end. We have reached the end, guys. I do need to speak to a couple of people that are here today. I did want to have that wander around in the yard, so I'll have a very quick look. Keen to see which troopers we've got. Could be interesting. Oh. Aha.
Yeah, please.
Gosh, certainly got a little bit packed, didn't it, around the archway. Busy, busy, busy. Absolute no nonsense Chitsman today, I can tell you that. Just roll the chains up actually. I think it's actually 2 stablemen. In fact, the trooper's gone to check the measuring kit. Who's our gatesman today? Actually, I know who it is. Sorry, I already know which trooper it is. We saw him when he came out earlier on. So the troopers will be luckily enjoying today some cake brought down by a regular visitor that we were speaking to earlier when we had a little look at the dog in the Blues and Royals uniform. So that's our bank holiday Monday at Horseguards, guys. It was not the action-packed affair that we had yesterday, but it was still a pleasant stroll around on a sunny morning. I'll be back really soon anyway, so have no fear, people. Let me know what you think about that touching roar in today's comments. Bye for now, guys. Back soon.